For those of you that don't know me, I'm Reverend Laura. I'm the spiritual leader here at Center for Spiritual Living Greater Las Vegas, located in the beautiful Las Vegas Valley. And it is my pleasure to be with you and to guide you through some of these spiritual practices that have really transformed my life, really helped me evolve and become more consciously connected with that indwelling presence, with that God of my own understanding, with the universe, with energy, with all of the things. It doesn't matter what we call it. It doesn't matter how it shows up for us. It is individual and unique for each person, and it can show up in the form of an individual, like for instance, Buddha or Jesus. It can show up in the form of an idea like love or peace or joy. It can show up in the form of an energetic feeling or a flow that's happening that we can't quite explain. So it doesn't really matter how it shows up for us. Again, like I said, it's individual for each person. And that's why it's so powerful to find all of these different spiritual practices that can help us get a greater understanding of the nature of the divine and how it is working through each and every one of us all the time. And so, as I said, this month we were working on the idea of balance. And so for the Wednesday nights here in June, I thought we would take and look at some of our spiritual practices that can help us find the areas in our lives that are out of balance and then bring about a greater sense of balance and, as the Buddhists call it, equanimity, that state of equilibrium where we are non-reactive to the opposites that happen in our lives. And so this is what we're seeking. This is what gives us a greater sense of peace, a greater sense of contentment, and a greater understanding of the nature of who and what we are. So for this month on balance, as I said, I think one of the best things that we can always begin to do is to take a really good look at our lives and see where we're out of balance, where things are not quite working. I know in my life, I have lots of areas that are just unfolding beautifully right now. I haven't always been that way, but right now they are like what I would call perfect. And then there's some areas that are challenging for me. And those are areas where I can begin to look at how I might be out of sync with my life in those particular areas. And so one of the ways that we do this is we use what is called a wheel of life. And it's a circle with 8 sections in it. And each section stands for a different life structure. And so things like our health, how we feel about our body in general, our emotions, how we're doing spiritually. Are we growing? Are we stagnant? Our finances, our career, our home, our relationships with our friends and families, those kind of areas. And we can look at those areas, and through contemplation and through a little bit of guidance, we can determine, how we're feeling in our lives in each one of those. And so I've created a Wheel of Life chart here. You can download it from the link that's below this video. And you'll be able to print that out for yourself. But if nothing else, grab a piece of paper that you can write down the name of each one of these life structures and then give it a ranking from 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, you feel very unsatisfied in that area, to 10 feeling like that's right on. That's right where you want to be. And so we're going to rank each of those 8 areas as we're moving through this contemplation together. And so, as I said, if you want to print it out, go ahead and do that. And just pause this video and print it. And if not, just get a piece of paper and something to write with. And let's get ready to go into this contemplation together, where we are going to look at our life and see if we can find any areas out of balance. I like the circle chart that we have in here because at the end, I'll have you connect the dots. And I'll just have you connect the dots and I'll explain it then at the end. So this is to help you identify areas of your life that may be out of sync right now or out of balance. And so I just invite you to get comfortable in your seat, however you're sitting. If you're laying down watching this, if you're in a chair, sitting on the floor, it doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you. But get yourself in a quiet space where you can actually give this some dedicated thought. And so just go ahead and begin to focus on your breath. Our breath is a great way to still some of the chatter in our minds. It causes our chest to expand when we focus on our breath, giving us a little more spaciousness when everything starts to feel tight and tense within us. And just, you don't have to change your breath, but just begin to focus on it. Feel it moving in and out of your body. And when you're ready, just go ahead and gently close your eyes and allow your breath to relax your body. If you notice anything in your body, any part of your body that's flashing its lights at you or somehow giving you a signal to pay attention, just go ahead and put some concentrated breath into that area of your life and your body. Into that place. For instance, right now I'm feeling a little bit of tension between my shoulder blades. And so I'm just going to close my eyes and breathe and visualize that breath moving to that area and expanding it and allowing that tension to release. So just go ahead and do that for a moment. If that place feels complete, then you can scan your body and see if there's anything else that's drawing your attention to it. So as we move through our life, we're going to move around the wheel, starting with the section that's labeled home. And I'm going to ask you some guided questions to help you get a sense of where you are on a scale of 1 to 10 with your home. And so let's begin here. Just begin to bring to your mind your home, what it looks like, what it feels like, where it's located, perhaps those you share your home with. How comfortable do you feel living where you are living right now? The area, the building itself, those beings that inhabit it with you, how comfortable do you feel living where you're at right now? How satisfied are you with the state and the condition of your home? Is it a place that you enjoy being? Does it feel like a sanctuary? Is there a spaciousness to it, even if it's a small room? Is there a spaciousness there, or is it completely overwhelmed with stuff? So many of us accumulate too much stuff in our lives, and that stuff takes on an energetic feel that can deplete us. So how does your home feel right now? And so on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, rate the satisfaction with your living space. And there's no right or wrong answer to this. Just go with what comes up first. If it feels great, mark it high. Not so good, mark it low. Kind of ambivalent about it. Maybe it's somewhere in the middle. And now let's shift our focus to our relationships. Do you have a lot of friends? Are there people that you enjoy doing things with? Do you have just a few really good close friends? Or do you just have some acquaintances? People that you know, but you don't really do much with them? Do you feel lonely? Wish you had someone to talk to? Or do your relationships take up too much of your time? Do you feel like you have a good balance in the area of relationships? And remember, these can be friends, family, whatever you deem, co-workers, whatever you deem as relationships. How do you feel about your relationships? Go ahead and rank that on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. And now let's shift to your health. It could be your physical health, probably more. We're going to look at emotions in a moment, but this is more your physical health. How satisfied are you with the status of your health at this current moment? Do you have a lot of health concerns? Do you feel like your body is functioning pretty well? Is the majority of your time dedicated to focusing on things to bring about a greater sense of health and well-being in your life? How do you feel about your health? Go ahead and rank that on your chart on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 is the highest. Rate how you feel about your health. Now, health is one aspect of our physical body. However, there are often physical body issues that are not related to health. Let's look at those issues. Does your physical body in the current condition that it's in support you in leading the life you wish to lead? Are you as mobile as you would like to be? Do you feel as strong as you wish to feel? Does your body feel vital and energized? Are you able to move with ease? Do you find that you sometimes limit what you do because you think it's going to be too taxing on your body? And are you satisfied with your physical appearance? Taking that all into consideration, rate your satisfaction with your body image. And now let's look at our emotional well-being. How would you classify your emotional stability? Do you often have extreme highs and lows in your mood throughout the day? Would you consider yourself to be mostly happy? Mostly sad? Mostly angry? Mostly worried? Do you find yourself becoming moody and withdrawn frequently? Would you consider yourself to be emotionally stable? And do you think the people in your life consider you to be emotionally stable? Rate your satisfaction with the state of your emotions right now. And now let's look at our spiritual growth. Are you looking for a deeper connection with the God of your own understanding? Do you feel like you're totally in sync with Spirit? Or there are areas left for you to explore? Do you feel like you have a relationship with the divine that enhances your spiritual development? In other words, what kind of a God do you have? Is it a judging and punishing one? Or is it a God of love that empowers you to live the highest and greatest? Do you only turn to your higher power during times of need or stress? Or do you commune with it on a daily basis? In the good times and the bad? Do you currently have, or are you in the process of developing, a daily devotional practice? Practices like gratitude and forgiveness. Do you explore new ideas around your spiritual growth? Do you read new authors? Do you take classes? Or do you only attend to your spiritual well-being on Sunday mornings? Maybe Wednesday evenings? Rate your satisfaction with your spiritual growth, your spiritual well-being right now. How do you feel about your financial situation? Do you feel financially stable? Or do you experience times of financial need more often than you would like to? Is your financial situation an area of stress in your life? Being financially successful has nothing to do with the size of our bank accounts or amount of money in our paycheck. Is the flow of your finances moving smoothly? In other words, is there enough coming in to cover what's going out? Do you feel like you can spend easily or freely, or that you have this strong desire to squirrel every little penny away in fear of what the future might be? Rank your satisfaction with your financial situation. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest. How do you feel about your finances? So now let's take a look at your career, or what you do for your livelihood. If you're currently employed, you might want to focus on this job. If you're not currently employed, don't think about your past careers or your current hobbies and interests. These things act as a career too, the things that we spend a lot of our time on. Does your job or these hobbies and interests fulfill you? Do you get a great deal of satisfaction after engaging in whatever it is you are doing for a work? Or these wonderful activities that you put your effort and time into each day? Are these things areas of stress in your life? Do you have a sense that you're successful in your work? Or do you feel like it's just mundane, a means to an end? Are you longing to be able to do something different, but you feel like you're stuck where you're at? Rate your satisfaction with your career, your livelihood, or your hobbies and interests. And you might want to take a few moments and reflect upon this exercise. Jot down anything that came up for you as you were engaging in it. If you had something that seems to be an aha, or something that you really would like to remember about doing this exercise. So take this opportunity and do this exercise periodically and see what changes in your life. What could need a little bit of your attention to it to bring about a greater experience of ease and comfort in that area. I hope you take an opportunity to join us each Wednesday night. As I said, this rest of this month, we're going to be focusing on some different activities to help us bring about a greater sense of balance. And of course, with balance comes ease and peace and tranquility and a harmonious way of being. So these are all good things to actually begin to experience in our lives. And also invite you to check out our Keeping It Real on Thursday mornings. This is a shorter reflection upon real practical application of these principles that we talk about each week, and how we can actually begin to change our lives through that. So I do that on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. But of course, you can always watch things at a later date on our YouTube channel. And check us out on Sunday mornings. We broadcast live at starting at 9:30 with our meditation. Our service starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's always broadcast here live on our YouTube channel. So I hope you take an opportunity to join us as much as you can. And also make sure you take a look at some of the things that we have in our archives for meditations, musical soundscapes, and different short talks and so forth. And we've just started doing I think YouTube calls them shorts, where they're just, a little less than a minute long video clips. And so we've just started putting some of those on there too. So we have lots to offer. There's something you can check out every single day. So I hope you consider joining us each week or as often as you can here at CSLGLV Media on our YouTube channel. Have a great week, everyone, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.